and welcome to a brand new video on my channel. Today we're back with a new game. I don't know if this is going to be a series. If you'd like it to be a series, let me know down below. But I'm here today and I want to check out the new Emily in Paris game on Netflix Stories. If that's something you're interested in, please give this video a like. I don't know how I'm going to feel about this one. So this is my first experience with Netflix Stories, which is an app. I also have seen the first two series of Emily in Paris. I haven't seen the recent one, so this is going to be an interesting thing. So I'm hoping it's going to be quite good. I'm not sure. Let's give it a go. Now it says it releases weekly, but it doesn't say how many parts are out already. It says when you move to Paris to accept a job at an esteemed fashion magazine, you find a romance, surprises, and new friendships waiting for you. So it doesn't sound like I need to know much about the current season because that's pretty much how the show starts. Do we keep the sound on? Maybe. Ooh, okay. So we get to choose. I like the music. The music's fun. We get to choose our name and our pronouns. Netflix, you've done it again. Obviously, there could be more pronoun options, but they, them, she, her, and he, him. I'll take it for now. I'll take it for now. I am going to be Genevieve. Genevieve. I probably spelled that wrong. Genevieve. She's supposed to be like an American in Paris, so I feel like I shouldn't call her like Genevieve Lefleur or something like that. So maybe Genevieve. Genevieve White. Yeah, she's Genevieve White. Oh, ooh, okay, we get to choose our whole... Oh my gosh, there's 3 different body types. There's 3 different feminine body types and 3 different masculine body types. We can play as a guy. Whoa, look at these skin tone options. Wow. There's so many different faces as well. Is there like a Lily Collins kind of look? I could have purple eyes. I don't know how much of this series we're gonna do, so if you find yourself enjoying it, please let me know. Okay, so far I do prefer other apps for character design. I call this one the cat. Okay, we're gonna go for this. We're gonna go for like a dark brown look. It's kind of like a chestnutty brown. Clothes. This is the thing I've been excited for. Oh, yes, Genevieve, rock it. I do really like all of these outfits. Anyone could wear any of these outfits, and I love that so much. But I have to say, this is the one that caught my eye immediately. I wish I could change the color, but she's not gonna have a bag. Genevieve, what earrings are you gonna have? I've just realized how much her name doesn't fit, but it's okay. I kind of feel like this is not the sort of outfit where you have a necklace, but it's okay because it's clipping through the shirt anyway. I mean, this one's not, but let's leave it. That's just Genevieve White. Oh, we've got some like background noise. Hello. There's a bookstore behind us. I can't believe I'm finally... Should she be American? I can't believe I'm finally in Paris. Maybe I'd just be English. It all happened so fast, it still doesn't feel real. Getting off of my dream job in my dream city. Now I just need to get the keys to my dream apartment. Buzzing with excitement, you reach for the door handle and give it a pull, but it doesn't budge. Closed? Let's call the landlord. You fish your phone out of your purse and dial the number for the landlord. But the call goes straight to voicemail. Seriously? I'm going to leave a polite message. Reminding yourself that you catch more flies with honey, you take a deep breath and leave a message. Bonjour, this is Genevieve. I'm in Paris and can pick up my keys whenever it's convenient to you. Thanks. Oh my God, Mindy, did you hear that? You hang up the phone and spin around to see 2 women standing behind you, smiling brightly. American! Okay, I am supposed to be American. Got it. You can't help but laugh, shaking your head. Is it that obvious I'm American? Oh yeah. But only because we are too. Well, I am. Mindy is. I consider myself a citizen of the world. Anyway, I'm Emily. I'm Genevieve. Emily motions to the door behind you. Jacques owns the bookstore, but he won't be back for another hour at least. An hour? But I have to get to work. It's my first day. I don't want to be late going to the office. Emily laughs, shaking her head. No one gets to work before 11 a.m. in Paris. Trust me, I learned that the hard way. There's a cafe right next door. Come and have a coffee with us while you wait. I'm so sorry for the accent. I appreciate you all. Deciding your apartment can wait, you follow your new friends to the cafe next door. The backgrounds are really nice. I like them so much. You settle in at the bustling cafe, hoping that Emily is right and you won't be late to the office. As you take it all in, the thrill of being in Paris begins to wash over you. So tell us everything, Genevieve. What brings you to Paris? She'd say, what brings you to Paris? I'm here for a job. I'm the new digital editor for Enchanté. Emily's jaw drops while Mindy gives you an impressed nod. Oh my god, that's incredible! Enchanté is the most iconic fashion magazine in Paris. You must be thrilled. I am. It's an amazing opportunity. Plus, I got to move here. Getting to move to Paris was definitely the best job perk I can imagine. I don't know. Have you seen Enchanté's fashion closet yet? I've heard it's legendary. Our friend Camille said their collection of vintage Chanels is so beautiful it made her cry. That sounds like Camille. Emily shoots Mindy a look, and you make a mental note to ask more about Camille later. Anyway, I can totally relate. Moving to Paris is an amazing job perk. And you're here just in time for Paris Fashion Week. Enchanté always gets the most amazing backstage access. Consider me très jealous. That was good, Em. Emily beams proudly, turning to you with an explanation. I didn't have time to learn much French before I moved here, so I've been taking lessons. So far, she's picked up a halfway decent accent and a fully hunky man. Oh, really? Sign me up. If French lessons are the place to find good-looking suitors, I'm all in. Emily's cheeks flush as Mindy laughs. This is Paris. Hot men are as common as baguettes. The tricky part is finding one who knows how to use his baguette, if you know what I mean. Alfie definitely doesn't need lessons in that department. You all laugh and Emily shrugs. Honestly though, my boyfriend Alfie was a surprise. Is this a spoiler from season 3? Have I been spoiled? I don't remember. Oh no, I do know Alfie. Oh, whoa. I mean, he's gorgeous, obviously, but I didn't expect to fall for a British guy in France. With the French dudes you were picking, it's a good thing Alfie made you switch your type. Emily sticks her tongue out at Mindy and she laughs, turning her attention back to you. What about you, Genevieve? Me? Yes, you. How are we supposed to set you up with our friends if we don't know your type? Are you into buff hairy dudes? Fierce leggy blonde chicks? She winks. Beautiful Chinese Korean women with a great sense of fashion? You laugh as you consider her question. Genevieve dates everyone. I'm open to dating anyone. Oh yes, I love that. L'amour c'est l'amour. Do you know what you're looking for? A fun fling? A sweep you off your feet type romance? I'm ready to fall in love. I can't think of anything more magical than falling in love in Paris. Emily and Mindy give each other a knowing look. This city does tend to attract romantics. We know quite a few. She stirs her coffee, a slow smile forming on her lips. I love the sound effects. Oh, I know that look. Someone is scheming. I'm not scheming, I'm just... Her face lights up with an idea. Just thinking that Genevieve should come to that party tonight. Party? Oh, I'd love to. Sure. A party sounds just like the perfect way to end my first day in Paris. It's gonna be fabulous. And it's right here in the courtyard. Here? That sounds so cool. This is the perfect place for a party. It's actually for Le Bouvert d'Ancre. I'm so sorry. The bookstore below your apartment. It's a fundraiser! Le Bouvert d'Ancre and its owner, Jax, are an iconic part of this community. This bookstore has been in his family for almost 200 years. But Paris is so expensive and people buy all their books online now. So Jacques has been having a little trouble making ends meet, but we're gonna help. People are buying tickets to the party and we're gonna have a silent auction at the end. She pulls a ticket from her purse and writes your name on it in looping cursive. Here, my treat. Aw, thank you. That's so generous. Thank you, that's so nice of you. Emily winks. It helps when you're the one running the event. Consider it a welcome to the neighborhood gift. And don't let the fact that the party is in the courtyard fool you. It's gonna be the soiree of the season. Emily planned the whole thing, and my girl loves a reason to get dressed up. Guilty. And I'm hoping Enchanté's hottest new hire does too. Well, of course I do. I'll take any excuse to dress up. I knew I liked you. But suddenly you frown. Oh, I don't have anything to wear though. My things haven't arrived yet and I only brought my work clothes on the plane. Maybe next time? Are you kidding? Just come get ready with us. Our closet is packed with more clothes than the Louvre during tourist season. Come on, it'll be fun. We can gossip about your first day in Paris. Well, if you insist. It sounds like the two of you have already decided for me. Mindy winks. Now you're getting it. Emily reaches across the table and grabs your phone, typing quickly before she hands it back to you. There, now you have our numbers. She motions behind her to just across the courtyard. We live in that building with the big red doors. She sighs as she glances back at her phone. Shoot, that's my boss Sylvie. I better run, but we'll see you tonight, okay? Remember, this is Paris. Don't work too hard on your first day. She winks and the three of you say your goodbyes before you head back to the bookstore. You breathe a sigh of relief when you see the bookstore sign has been turned around. Open. Finally! Oh, it's so pretty. A small bell jingles when you open the door. Stepping inside feels like stepping back in time. It's filled with books written in all different languages, and it smells like a crisp fall day. Bonjour! Puis-je vous aider? An older, bespectacled man is looking at you expectantly. That must be Jacques. Shoot, I wish I'd spent more time brushing up on my French. I'll try to respond in French. It's worth a try at least. Bonjour, mon nom, je m'appelle. Ah, you must be our new American tenant. I'm Jacques. He smiles warmly, motioning for you to join him at the counter. Do not worry, your French will improve. Suddenly, a man steps out from behind the bookshelf, taking you by surprise. An American in Paris? A classic, to be sure. Ah, he has a thick French accent. And smiles at you as he sets a pen and stack of note cards on the counter. Whoa, he is so handsome. He must be the most handsome man I've ever seen. They definitely don't make them like that in America. Bonjour, I'm Olivier. Right, help me. Is his name Olivier or is his name Oliver? Welcome to Paris. I hope our city has given you a pleasant reception. Thank you. I've been loving it so far. Paris is amazing. I'm glad to hear it. It's so wonderful to have you here. You young people are just what this neighborhood needs. You force yourself to turn from Olivier's magnetic gaze as Jacques hands you your keys. There are two lovely girls who live just across the courtyard. Americans as well. Lovely, lovely girls. Okay, this guy is the sweetest. I can see why Emily and Mindy want to help him. I met them this morning. They're almost as lovely as your bookstore. Oh, you flatter me. So, tell me, what brings you to Paris? You feel a flutter in your stomach when you meet his eyes and he smiles as if he likes what he sees. Is he flirting with me? I'm in Paris for work. I moved here to start my dream job. Congratulations, I wish you all the best. I've built most of my career in the city. She'll whisper opportunities to you if you are careful to listen. This guy is smooth. He's sexy, super sexy. I love a man with confidence. Suddenly, the alarm on your phone begins to blare. Oh no, I need to get ready for work. I'm so sorry, but I have to get going. It was nice to meet you both. I'll see you around. I should be going as well. Must you? Oh, all right. I'll see you in a couple of days. Olivier turns back to you, and to your surprise, he reaches for your hand. It was a true pleasure to meet you, Genevieve. I do hope we'll meet again. He raises your hand and brings it to his lips. You still as they brush your knuckles and then squeeze his hand. Let's do a little hand squeeze. You squeeze his hand and you feel him smile against your skin. He straightens, but he doesn't let go of you. Until we meet again, you feel a strange sense of disappointment when he finally lets go. I'll be looking forward to it. He turns to Jacques, who has been watching your interaction with a knowing smile. Jacques, I'll see you later. With a final smile in your direction, Olivier makes his way out the door. Jacques watches him with an expression of pride. A wonderful man. He winks. And a handsome one, no? He has been coming here since he was a boy. He always leaves excellent recommendations as well if you're ever looking for a special read. You notice the stack of note cards Olivier left on Jacques' desk as he shoots you towards the stairs. Now go, you have an important day to prepare for. As you go, you find yourself wondering if all the men in Paris are flirtatious like Oliver, or if maybe this really is the city of love after all. Oh, look at that bedroom! Oh my gosh, this is my dream. Any doubt that you're really in Paris evaporates when you walk through your door and see the Eiffel Tower! Oh my god, this is really amazing. You only have a moment to take in the view before you quickly unpack. The view will have to wait. It's time to get dressed for my first day of work. Okie dokie, so we can change up our hair and even our hair color. Now, I'm gonna keep our hair the way it is for now because we've only just done it, but we do have some new outfits like straight off the bat. We've got this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. I'm not gonna lie to you. I kind of want to keep the one that we've got on, but I also know that she has come up here explicitly to change, so I'm actually going to go for this one. She's not going to carry a bag as well, and I'm going to keep the earrings and the outfit the same. You check your outfit one final time, the Eiffel Tower reflected in the mirror behind you. Then you head out the door. Outside, you double check the map on your phone to be sure you're heading in the right direction. You're so focused on the street, you don't notice a gap in the cobblestones before it's too late. Oh no. You brace yourself to hit the ground, but a svelte hand grabs your elbow just in time, steadying you. Hello. Oh. Hi. Hello. Those shoes aren't very sturdy. You look up and find an unfamiliar face staring at you with a concerned expression. Phew, that was close. But this woman is hot. Could this be the perfect Parisian meet cute? Her hand lingers on your elbow a moment longer, her eyes locked on you, but then she pulls away. She shakes her head in admonishment. You're going to break your neck if you aren't more careful. Maybe. You should stay close then. In case I need saving again, I mean. She clears her throat, her expression unreadable. I'm a busy woman. I can't spend all day thinking about your neck. I see. What about my other body parts? Do you have time to think about my legs? Or maybe my mouth? For a split second, you think she's going to smile, but instead, she shakes her head. Like I said, I'm a busy woman. She takes a step away and you realize you're in front of a flower shop. Do you work here? I just moved in across the street. She turns her back and reply and you frown. Okay, so definitely not everyone in Paris is friendly. Oh, wait, did she get us flowers? Oh my gosh, I love the sort of like anime stills. But then she turns back around with a bundle of flowers in her hand and offers them to you. Buttercups. Welcome to Paris. My shop is open early if you ever get locked out again. Was she watching us? You're lucky to have Jacques. The building's owner likely would have taken weeks to return your call. Oh my god, she saw me this morning? I'll say, the flowers are beautiful. Thank you, they're lovely. She gives you a tight nod. You are obviously in a hurry. I'll let you go now. Perplexed, you begin to walk away, unsure of what to make of her. But you can feel her eyes on you as you make your way down the street, and you can't resist another look. You look back over your shoulder, but her attentions are elsewhere. You watch as she hands a flower to an older woman, giving her a wide smile she certainly didn't give to you. Well, I guess that settles it. She's not interested. Not yet, anyway. I'll just have to win her over. You turn back around, but just before you're out of earshot, you hear, watch out for those cobblestones. You can't resist a smile as you turn the corner. Maybe she's not so indifferent after all. You do your best to shift your focus to work as you go, but you can't seem to shake the florist's face from your mind. Head to the office? Wait. Oh my gosh, it's like a little fast travel. What a cool little map system. Oh, beautiful. The cherry blossoms are so pretty. You looked up your office online before arriving, but nothing could have prepared you for seeing it in person. This is unbelievable. This building looks like it should contain movie stars or priceless works of art, not offices. I can't believe this is where I'm going to work. This place is incredible. It's gonna be amazing. Practically levitating with excitement, you make your way inside. Wow, the inside of the office is even more ornate than its facade, and you pause to admire the decor. How sweet, the American is speechless. With a start, you turn to find an impossibly chic woman watching you coolly. You must be Genevieve. She purses her flawlessly painted lips, clearly less than thrilled by your arrival. I'm Chloe, Miss Moreau's executive assistant and right hand. Welcome to Enchanté. Hey, Chloe. I think it's nice to meet you. It's so great to finally meet you in person. She wrinkles her nose, her tone filled with annoyance. Oh yes, I'm absolutely jumping for joy that you finally arrived. Okay, I'm definitely not imagining it. This girl is rude. But I know how to handle this. Let's say, fill it with kindness. It might not be easy, but by the time I'm done with her, we'll be making friendship bracelets. But before you can say anything else, the sound of stilettos on the marble fills the room. Chloe's demeanor immediately shifts from sour to sickly sweet. Leah, good morning! You turn to find Leah Moreau, editor-in-chief of Enchanté, looking glamorous as she is imposing. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm meeting the Leah Moreau. She's a legend. I was just welcoming Genevieve and telling her how thrilled we are that she's bringing an American perspective to Enchanté. An expression you can't place flickers over Leah's face and she nods at Chloe. Yes, I'm sure you were. That will be all, Chloe. Her dismissal is polite but firm, and Chloe shoots you a final glare before excusing herself. Welcome, Genevieve. It is a pleasure to meet you. A pleasure to meet you too, Miss Moreau. This office is amazing. I can't believe I get to work in such a beautiful place every day. Leah looks slightly uncomfortable. Yes, it's quite lovely. And please call me Leah. We don't share the American love of honorifics here in Paris. Of course, I'm still getting a handle on the culture here, but don't worry, I'm a fast learner. Thank you so much for this amazing opportunity, Leah. I can't tell you how excited I am to launch Enchanté's very first digital edition together. Leah's brow furrows. Yes, about that. Something about her tone makes your stomach drop. I apologize for the miscommunication, but I don't feel that Enchanté needs a digital edition. Wait a minute. I admire the world of print is changing, but this magazine has a legacy to uphold. While screens and social media may be en vogue now, we didn't become a staple of French culture by bowing to fads and trends. No digital edition, but that's my whole job. I'm sorry, Leah, but I still have a job, right? Even if we don't launch a digital edition, you'll still have some need for a digital editor, right? Leia sighs, and the sound is anything but reassuring. The board feel Enchanté needs an online presence and therefore a digital editor. But I disagree. It appears they've sent you as a misguided way to try and persuade me. There's no easy way to say this, Genevieve, but I can't offer you the role of digital editor because it doesn't exist. The room begins to spin as you take in Leia's words. Oh my god, I moved all the way to Paris for a job that doesn't exist? This can't be happening, what am I gonna do? I know this may be a shock. Your heart is racing as you turn to Leia and you respond confidently. You take a steadying breath, determined not to go down without a fight. If you do this, you're making a huge mistake. Excuse me? I uprooted my entire life to move here because I truly believe we can create something great. A digital edition would honor Enchanté's legacy, not tarnish it. And I'm the right person for the job. I guarantee it. Leia gives you an appraising once-over and something in her expression shifts slightly. Alright then, convince me. What? You hold your breath as she gives you the slightest of smiles, offering a challenge. Convince me that Enchanté needs a digital editor and I'll consider you for the position. Memories of your first few hours in Paris flash through your mind. The new friends you've already made, the attractive man at the bookstore, the woman at the flower shop that you can't stop thinking about. There's no way I'm giving up on Paris, not that easily. I have to think of a way to convince Leia, and fast. Leia looks at you expectantly. Well, you lift your chin and give Leia a confident smile. You want me to convince you that you need an online presence and a digital editor to manage it? Well, it's all about accessibility. Enchanté is about fashion, yes, but it's also about ambition. People read your magazine and want to live the life it represents. From the clothes to the events to Paris itself, it's a lifestyle they aspire to. Leia nods thoughtfully. Go on. But quite frankly, right now, that lifestyle feels too far out of reach. It's locked behind the pages of a magazine so thick it won't fit in any of the bags from this year's chic workwear collection. Trust me, I tried. Leia's expression is unreadable except for the slightest upturn of her lips. With digital, the Enchanté lifestyle will still feel aspirational, but not so far out of reach that it isn't worth trying for. Leia taps her chin, considering, and you hold your breath until she finally speaks. I will admit, I see your point. Being an integral part of our readers' lives is the core of Enchanté's values. Still, I worry you're thinking about our readers from an American perspective, not a French one. Okay, let me convince you. Let me find a way to show you that all of our readers would benefit from a digital presence, not just the American ones. Leia's gaze is intense as she looks at you, as if assessing your merit, until finally she nods. We'll test it out then, a single social account as a trial run. On average, just over 10 million people read our magazine every month. If you can get 2 million followers, just a fifth of that in the same amount of time, I'll consider creating a permanent digital space. 2 million followers? I love a challenge. It might not be easy, but I'm up for the challenge. Before you can respond, Chloe, who has been lurking nearby, chimes in. Pardon my interruption, but any imbecile with a smartphone can go viral nowadays. Even if Genevieve does somehow manage to get 2 million followers, how can we be sure they're the right ones? And not just Americans who wants to watch videos of cats play piano all day. You smile politely at Chloe, determined not to let her get to you. Well, Chloe, I appreciate your concern. It's clear how much you care about Enchanté, but I do too. I wouldn't put the magazine's reputation at risk for the sake of a few clicks. Chloe forces a polite smile, clearly not wanting to show her true nature in front of Leia. I'm glad to hear that. I appreciate your concern, Chloe, but with all things at Enchanté, I will have the final say. 2 million followers guarantee Enchanté's first digital editor, but not who will fit it. Leia turns to you, the fire of challenge in her eyes. So what'd you say, Genevieve? Are you up to the challenge? 2 million followers in 4 weeks? I won't let you down. You can count on me, Leia. Leia nods. I hope so. With the matter closed, Leia moves on to other business. Our first Fashion Week event is tomorrow and we'll need all hands on deck. Everything needs to be perfect if we want to keep Seraphine happy. As Leia details the event schedule, your mind is elsewhere, making plans for the social account. When she finally dismisses you, you make your way from the office feeling determined to succeed. I'm gonna show Leia that I deserve this job. Your mind is working overtime as you make your way back to your apartment. If I'm gonna start proving myself, there's no better time than the present. You pull out your phone and quickly create a new profile for Enchanté. Time for my first post. Ooh, oh my gosh, do we get to actually design the new post as well? Okay, it's definitely got to be this one. And should we go for like an ethereal brightness? We get to pick a caption too. Glamorous from head to toe to tail. It uploaded. We got 217 followers, 164 likes, and 96% of followers loved this post. You take a deep breath as the post goes live. You smile as likes and followers immediately begin to roll in. Satisfied that the page is off to a good start, you head back towards your apartment. When you reach the courtyard, the florist is outside, arranging what appears to be centerpieces. I should say something flirty. Seeing you twice on one day? I must be the luckiest woman in Paris. Oh! Ooh, more flowers. For a moment you think she's ignored you, but then she turns around holding flowers. Here, in case you need it. She extends the pale purple hydrangeas in your direction. Thanks. What are you making? Are those centerpieces? She nods and then abruptly turns back to her work. They're for an event tonight. If you'll excuse me, I really need to finish making them. Right, well, thanks for the flowers. They really are beautiful. Thank you. You look up from the flowers and find her looking over her shoulder, her gaze focused solely on you. There. She clears her throat, turning back around. Make sure you put them in water. More confused than ever, you turn and make your way across the courtyard. As you walk away, you realize you still don't know her name. Is she trying to be mysterious or is she just that aloof? Either way, I'm definitely into her. I don't need to know her name to know I'm interested. Genevieve! Emily greets you with a warm hug as if you've already been friends for a lifetime. Welcome to our humble appartement. Mindy emerges from the kitchen, a bottle and 3 glasses in her hands. Champagne is the cheap stuff. Thanks, Mindy. I need it after my day. I could definitely use a drink. Mindy frowns sympathetically as she pours you a glass. That bad? Worse. Emily holds up her glass and you and Mindy follow suit. To new friends and a successful event tonight, 3 of you clink glasses. As Mindy takes a sip of hers, her eyes grow wide. Excuse me, where did that come from? She points to the hydrangeas you hadn't realized you were still holding. Oh my god, don't tell me you already have a lover. Tell us everything. Do you know the florist? The one that works at the shop on the corner? Emily leans in excitedly, giving Mindy a pointed look. Audrey? Yep, we know her. Audrey. You try the name out on your tongue, liking how it feels. Well, that solves that mystery. I'm sorry, so you met Audrey and she gave you the most gorgeous flowers I've ever seen? But she didn't bother to introduce herself? Pretty much. There were other flowers. This is actually the second bouquet she gave me. You pull out the buttercup stowed carefully in your purse. She gave me this on the way to work this morning. Mindy downs her champagne with a dramatic sigh. All these years in Paris and a hot stranger has never handed me a bouquet on the street. Alone too. Teach me your ways, Genevieve. You laugh, shaking your head. I didn't do anything. You must have done something to get Audrey's attention. Audrey is quiet. That's one way of putting it. Shush. She keeps to herself mostly, but I think the right person could get her to open up. And do you think I'm the right person? Emily winks, holding up a red stiletto. If the shoe fits. Yeah, well, I do feel drawn to her. Even with everything going on at work, I can't seem to get her out of my mind. Wait, what happened at work? For a few moments, you almost forgotten about your lack of a job. As the reality of the situation hits you again, you groan. Oh, it wasn't great. Emily and Mindy nod sympathetically as you fill them in. I can relate. My first day was pretty terrible too, but if I could win over the people at Savoie, do you really think you've won over Sylvie? I'm working on it. The point is you're going to be fine, Genevieve. Plus, Paris Fashion Week is the perfect time to attract new followers. Think of all the cool behind-the-scenes stuff you'll have access to. That's a good point. Of course it is. Now stop worrying and let's find you the perfect outfit. Okay, so we're getting ready for the party. Oh, it's so strange. There's like 2 options. There's this, and then there's like the dresses. Oh, I think this is like not a dress option, and then these are the dress options. Does that make sense? But I definitely think she's not so much a dress person. Again, the necklaces are just clipping with the outfits, which isn't ideal, but this one kind of works. So we're gonna go with this. Mindy grins as you join her and Emily at the mirror. Damn, we look good. She puts an arm through yours and one through Emily's, and the 3 of you head to the party. The courtyard has been completely transformed for the party. Glittering lights and softly glowing candles illuminate a long table at its center. Excitement bubbles through you when you notice that the centerpieces are the ones Audrey was working on earlier. I wonder if she's going to be here tonight. Emily, this is so romantic. Are you sure this is a fundraiser and not some kind of matchmaking scheme? She winks. Can it be both? Speaking of romance, a tall man approaches, carrying a covered tray that smells absolutely amazing. Damn, you've really outdone yourself this time, Gabriel. I'm pretty sure they just heard my stomach growl all the way in Bordeaux. Emily laughs as he sets the trays on one of the tables. Genevieve, this is Gabriel. He owns the restaurant just across the courtyard. He's an incredibly talented chef. Gabriel smiles as he extends his hand. Emily here is biased, but it's a pleasure to meet you, Genevieve. You too. Smells amazing. I can't wait to try some. What is it? My grandmother's secret scallop recipe all the way from Normandy. Emily beams as she places her hand on Gabriel's arm. Gabriel is a fantastic chef. Gabriel shakes his head, leaning into her touch. Please, you flatter me. Mindy clears her throat and Emily's cheeks flush as the two of them break away. Anyway, is Camille here yet? Not yet, but I'm sure she'll be here soon. Emily smiles brightly, but it doesn't quite reach her eyes. Gabriel's girlfriend Camille is our star auction item. She's auctioning off a date tonight. She glances at Gabriel, whose polite smile has turned into a frown. All for fun, of course. I see. What about you, Gabriel? Are you auctioning off a date too? I'm sure you'd have plenty of bidders. He laughs, shaking his head. I'm flattered, but Camille is actually a bit more bold than I am. She would do anything to help a friend. Suddenly, Emily's face transforms. There you are! A handsome man in a fashionable suit makes his way across the courtyard. Oh, this is Alfie. It's so weird because I used to watch him in Waterloo Road back in the day, and now he's in Emily in Paris, and now he's in a video game. Or a mobile game. Hiya, Cooper. He kisses Emily's cheek, and her smile gets impossibly wide. This is my boyfriend, Alfie. Alfie, this is our new American friend, Genevieve. Pleasure to meet you. Nice to meet you too. I've heard a lot about you. Emily has told me good things. Oh yeah? I should hope so. Emily blushes as Alfie pinches her waist and she leans into his side. I hate to interrupt this love fest, but who is that? Mindy points across the courtyard, practically salivating, and you turn to find Olivier. You feel a rush of pleasant surprise at seeing him. I didn't know he was gonna be here. That's Olivier. I'm sorry, one day in Paris and you've already met the sexiest man I've ever seen? What's his deal? His deal? Why don't you find out? I'm sure he'd love to talk to a beautiful woman like you. Ugh, Genevieve, if you keep that up, I'm gonna fall in love with you. You laugh as she adjusts the top of her dress. How do I look? Fabulous, of course. Olivier looks up as if he can feel your gaze and his eyes land on you. A smile slowly spreads across his face and he holds up a hand in greeting. I should pull him over. You beckon Olivier over and his smile grows. He excuses himself from the conversation and makes his way over to you. How nice to see you again, Genevieve. Hello, Olivier. It's nice to see you again. After this morning, I should have guessed you'd be here to support Jacques. He smiles fondly. I admit I have quite the soft spot for him. Who doesn't? He might be the most adorable man in Paris. Emily and Mindy have been staring at Olivier with what only can be described as heart eyes. You bite back a laugh as you introduce them. These are my friends, Emily and Mindy. Emily organized all of this. Olivier turns to her with a gracious smile. I can't thank you enough for putting this together. It means the world to Jack. Even Alfie and Gabriel seem charmed by Olivier as he reaches into his jacket pocket. Jacques refuses my help directly, but I thought you might accept my donation. He hands her a slim envelope with a check inside. Her eyes grow wide as she looks at it. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. Wow, Olivier, that's so generous. You really must care about Jacques. I do. He's been in my life since I was a boy. He's been like a second father to me in many ways. He shrugs. And since I can't stay for the auction, this is the least I can do. You aren't staying? I'm afraid I can't. Unfortunately, I have a work obligation I must get to, but I do wish I could stay. I'm certain the auction will be as lovely as the rest of the evening. Emily beams at the praise. Oh, that's disappointing. I was hoping you'd spend the rest of the night. Olivier looks torn between flattery that you want him to stay and remorse that he has to go. So was I, even more so now. He smiles at the rest of the group. It was lovely to meet you all and to run into you again, Genevieve. Perhaps this won't be the last time our paths cross. Olivier! I'm counting on it. I'm starting to look forward to our run-ins. That makes two of us. Ollie! Jacques has arrived and he yells across the courtyard when he sees Olivier. Olivier cringes at the nickname. He's the only one who calls me that. I better go say hello. Enjoy the rest of your evening, Genevieve. I should kiss his cheek, you know, very Parisian. You lean in and press your lips to Olivier's cheek. The heady smell of his aftershave fills your senses. His hands find your waist and lingers as you finally pull away. Good night, Olivier. Good night, Genevieve. Mindy watches him go wistfully, letting out a long sigh. I need a drink. You and Emily laugh as Gabriel shakes his head. And I really need to get the rest of the food set up. He and Mindy walk away, leaving you with Emily and Alfie. Is there anything I can do to help? Just enjoy yourself. Sorry to interrupt. I just need to know where to put these. You turn to find Audrey holding a basket of beautiful corsages and boutonnieres. Emily's face lights up, but Audrey's expression is unreadable. Audrey, I'm so glad you're here. This is Genevieve. I believe you two have met. There's a glimmer in her eyes as she responds. Yes, we have. The flowers are lovely. The centerpieces turned out beautifully. Yes, they're different than I expected, but they're perfect. I'm glad you like them. Her eyes flicker to you for just a moment, the slightest smile on her lips. I decided to try something new after some unexpected inspiration. And these are gorgeous! She motions to the basket. One is for you, Genevieve. They're a gift for all of our most special guests this evening. She takes the basket from Audrey's hands. Alfie and I will pass these out. Audrey, will you be a doll and help Genevieve put hers on? She winks from behind Audrey as she leaves the two of you alone. Audrey clears her throat and extends the corsage towards you. May I? You hold out your hand. Yeah, I'd love that. It really is beautiful. And I like knowing you're the one who made it. Audrey doesn't respond, but you can see color rise in her cheeks. As she pulls away, her fingers brush your skin and you feel an unmistakable spark. The feeling is so intense you almost pull away, but when your eyes find hers, you can tell she feels it too. Genevieve! Something about the way she says your name makes your pulse quicken. You wonder if she can feel it beneath her fingertips. Yes? I'm glad that you're here tonight. Her hand moves to yours, her mouth curving into a smile as your palms touch. This night is more beautiful with you in it. But then she stiffens and lets your hand fall. Anyway, I should go make sure the rest of the flowers are okay. Enjoy your evening. Emily, who has been eyeballing the two of you from across the courtyard, rushes over as Audrey leaves. Well, Emily, there's definitely a spark. Or at least, I think there is. She's so hard to read. From where I was standing, sparks were definitely flying. Just give it time. I'm sure she'll open up once you get to know each other a little better. Anyway, it's time to get this party started. I'll see you after the auction. She squeezes your hand excitedly before taking off towards the head of the table. Still trying to make sense of what just happened with Audrey, you go and find your own seat. You find your name card between Mindy and Gabriel. Your heart skips when you notice the centerpiece in front of your place setting. It's different from the rest, filled with the same flowers Audrey gave to you. Camille isn't here yet? Mindy's voice breaks you out from your thoughts. Gabriel shakes his head, looking annoyed. I texted her, but she hasn't responded. Well, she better get here soon. The date she's auctioning off is our top item. Mindy, you could fill in. I'm sure some illegible French bachelor would snap you up in a second. Mindy laughs and rolls her eyes. Oh, sweetie, like anyone here could afford me. Excuse me, everyone. You all turn to Jacques, who is standing at the head of the table, looking teary-eyed. Le Bouvert d'Ancre has been in my family for almost 200 years. That means we have also been a part of this community for almost 200 years. For our American friends who may not know, Bouvert d'Ancre means ice drinker. I believe it is something like your bookworm. Emily nods encouragingly. I thought it said ice drinker, ink drinker. Oh my gosh. I was like, how does that make sense? That two ink drinkers would do this for me means more than any word can say. Which, for a man who sells books, is really something. He sniffles and Emily immediately wraps him up in a hug before he takes his seat at the table. That was so sweet. Emily turns back to the crowd with a wide smile. All right, everyone, it's time for the auction portion of our evening. Why don't we start things off with a bang? Our first auction is a date with. Her gaze lands on the empty chair beside Gabriel, and he raises his hands apologetically. A date with. She frowns, but then her eyes light up when they shift to you. A date with our new American friend, Genevieve. Oh my god. This should be fun. Maybe someone cute will bid on me? You rise from your chair with a smile, scanning the crowd in a new light. Emily pulls you into a tight hug when you reach her side and whispers in your ear. You're a lifesaver, Genevieve. I owe you one. Emily, you definitely owe me. And I mean big time. She laughs apologetically as she pulls away. I saw you eyeing that bag in my closet. Do this for me and it's all yours. She turns back to the crowd with a winning smile. So, what do you say we start the bidding at 500 euro? Emily grins as you give her a disbelieving look. 500 euros? That's way too high. No one is going to spend that much money for a fake date with me. Your stomach turns as seconds tick by, each one somehow longer than the last. I'm gonna die of embarrassment if no one picks me. This is 1,000 euros. There are a few impressed gasps, but you can barely hear them as you lock eyes with Audrey across the courtyard. Your heart starts to hammer when you see the unmistakable desire in her eyes. Oh my god. Did Audrey just really bid 1,000 euros to go on a date with me? What? Okay, so these are all of our choices as well. Interesting. Oh, that's so cool. So it's stuff like, I told my two friends I'm open to dating anyone. This florist gives me goosebumps. I know she feels it too. Olivier's childhood nickname was Ollie. I remember to tease him about it. So that's really cool. That's the way the chapter is summarized, which is definitely different, and I've never seen anything like that before. And it looks like chapter 2 is already out as well. So let me know, what did you think of this episode? Let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to see more Emily in Paris? Would you rather I test out a different game like Love is Blind or something else? As always, a massive thank you to our wonderful channel members. Thank you for being such a wonderful, wonderful part of the channel. I literally wouldn't be able to make these videos without you. So thank you so much. Also, a massive thank you to everyone who requested that I play Emily in Paris. Thank you so much for watching. Apologies for the accents as always. And if you haven't already, please do give this video a like, subscribe to see more, and turn on your notifications so you know every single time I upload a video. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye!